We are going to use pallets, and with those pallets, we are going to build something out of it. And that is a program coming out of the Deltoons Institute, and the name of that program is Pallets Build It. With me this morning, it's George Caesar, who's a representative from the same. I also have with us, with the drill in hand, and we'll get that going in a little bit, Imran Mohammed, and we're going to find out how we are going to build this chair here with something that you could actually get for free. So, George Caesar, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Thank you for being with us this morning.
All my pleasure.
Right, so let's talk about the program, Pallets Build It. That's one of the programs of the Deltoons Institute. What is the premise of the program?
Now, what we need to understand coming out from the steel pan fraternity is that the steel pan is the greatest upcycled material there is in the world.
Right.
This drum that was $2 that would have been discarded is now take and make a pan, and it costs 2,500 times the cost that it was. So with that idea, we thought about how could we take another man's trash and make it another man's treasure.
So something with little or no weight into something that has a lot of value.
The world is into the upcycling phase at this point.
Right.
And this is just what we're doing in a very minute way.
So tell us about the program itself and who are the people involved.
So the program is really run by the Deltoons Institute of Steel Drums and Music.
Right.
And it's an outlet for a lot of our young people to have the ability to gain skills that would be transferable in their lives.
Right.
So these pallets that would have been discarded, now taken and reconstituted into something that is hip.
Yeah.
So to speak. You know?
I like that, hip. Right, so, well, I guess we could almost get started with the project here. Now, we see what the finished product is supposed to look like, but with the public watching, you could see that they have pallet wood. Pallet you could pick up on the side of the road sometimes, outside the hardware store, probably by the grocery store, that you could get most times absolutely free. Now, taking something that, as we mentioned before, has little or no worth, is just a throwaway item and giving it value. It takes a little work in between and a little bit to get it transformed. So let's go through this process here and how we get it from these raw pieces of pallet wood here into something beautiful like this.
So naturally what we did is select some of the best pallets, also to get those that are colored evenly.
Right.
So that in the finished product, we could get something that looks presentable.
Right.
So what we did, we sourced the pallets, and then first we do a stripping process, which removes the bigger piece of the pallets from the smaller pieces.
Yeah.
Then we remove the nails that were there, and then started getting into what we want to build. Single chairs, couches, tables, beds, you name it.
Beds and all.
I mean, some of these pallets, 4 pallets would hold a bale of cement, which is quite heavy.
Right.
So I'm saying the pallet in itself has the strength, and we just use the upcycling to bring it into something, basically.
To bring it into something useful. All right, well, let's get started then. Imran, you have your drill in hand, everything plugged in and working?
Right.
Good to go? All right,
so
well,
first of all, what we're going to do is to get these 2 pieces here standing, and we would like you to assist us very much.
No stranger to this type of work.
Right.
I actually enjoy...
Turn it over.
Enjoy, yes, you enjoy what?
I enjoy using... Yeah, I enjoy using lumber to make and create things.
Yeah, man.
Raucous.
No, I know you like to put it with something, I know, so that you can make it as
So...
Carry your real cautious self today.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
With friends like Raucous, huh? With friends like Raucous.
Want to screw?
All right.
Yeah. Screw in this part first here. Make sure it's straight.
Sorry to throw back on everybody. We have the gimbal moving. Thank you.
Make sure it's straight to the edge. Yeah.
Get in carry.
Right.
Right.
Nice.
Aye.
Straight on somehow.
Alright, so carry it like you need some running commentary with us, or you're good? Because you're looking like you're drilling into that with hard, boy. Like it's only when you do it, why you just get it hard and easy.
Ladies and gentlemen, he has some skill.
No, the man has real skill. Don't put my partner down so.
That's not what I'm trying to do, sir.
You know, Alright, alright.
I was aware of, I saw the wine.
You what?
I saw the wine.
You saw the wine?
Yeah,
you know how much
I
skill
know
he
the
have?
gentleman have a bit of skill. Come
No,
on.
no, but you never seen DIY.
Where are we going with this one? Straight to the
Yeah,
end?
coming
eh?
straight to the end.
Right, so
Level. Ooh. Carry, you know the thing?
I do a little building, a little bit.
A little bit, Lennon.
Yeah, a little bit.
I like how you're so modest. You're so modest with it. I like that about you. Alright, what's that just now? There's a spacer you put in between?
Definitely.
Oh, I used to always wonder how they just get on spaces so perfect, you know, now I know.
Right? So I'll
It's
drive
just
this
more
one.
wood.
Yeah, I want it.
You use the wood to space out the wood.
Well, you turn it over and flip it. Okay, so we flip in this here.
Right?
But turn it over.
Just now, how long this process does normally take out there?
10 minutes.
10 minutes?
Yeah.
Per chair?
Two chair.
That's
Alright.
after all the pieces
That's
are
after
cut.
you cut up everything and thing.
The assembling 10 minutes.
Assemble in 10 minutes?
Yes.
Alright, alright. Like almost like the Avengers.
Almost.
Use
So
like
how
a-
come you decided to turn it upside down to do it from this side?
So what you want to get is the structure first.
Right.
So doing one underneath and then one on top would make sure that these do
So everything's stable.
Everything's
Right.
stable.
So go ahead and drive in.
Yeah.
get in.
But just now, carry these fellas higher in you.
What's that?
These fellas higher you.
Well, in case you know, we cut down size on the now morning show.
Yeah.
There's always space for carrier. I mean,
Oh,
he
so this is
actually has roots in south.
so this is really a job interview for carry. Alright.
Is the practical.
For them to get to work with you.
Oh. Alright, okay.
Okay.
I know saying be careful and should carry might hire all to work with him instead. But then if carry don't only work and they just stand up and watching and he might hire them, you know.
Well, remember,
Let's not wait.
it's
I find this-
technical experience. Eh?
This is all.
Yeah, it's technical
It's all
experience.
like a manager in Warsaw.
We're providing the technical support.
But these are telecommunications company. Technical support.
So is there like a set amount of screws per pallet? Per,
Yeah.
wood?
Per chair, yes, there is.
We call it a tier?
a chair.
Tier? Chair. No, I meant per. You see how we sticking in one
Yes.
strip of wood here? Is there a recommended amount of screws per strip?
You would put one on each side. And because this,
And that will hold it even
This
when
is
like
level.
people with you know,
well, as I said before, the pallets actually hold
they strong
a
by
lot
themselves.
of weight.
Yeah.
So the pieces in themselves,
But when you cut it up, it doesn't take away from the strength of the pallet.
no, it does not, sir.
So even when you see like little cracks in it and thing, that's still
Yeah, we go in this still.
all right.
So I noticed you're using a dowel here to
Yeah,
make
this is
sure
the
you-
spacer to get
Right.
the even spaces.
Right. Right?
You see, he know the name for it is a dowel. And next piece of wood, they call it a dowel. As far as I'm concerned, is that next piece of wood? Is just a next piece of lumber.
No pilot
That is
hole there.
lumber.
Curtis, are you hearing me? All right.
That's now, Carrie, what happened to the guiding holes that you used to do?
The pilot holes.
Did you see the pilot holes?
Names in woodwork.
Yeah, it's a brand name in woodwork. I learned when Carrie used to do DIY here. Let me tell you how much thing I learned. I learned how to handle wood. I learned how you're supposed to pilot the hole. I learned how to do all kind of things when I started to come here and do
You
DIY
learn
with
how
Carrie.
to handle wood and pilot the hole.
Yeah. Yeah, because you had to do it, you see? It would not bend so if you had piloted properly.
He said.
Ruckus is trouble, you know.
How?
But you're on my side.
But that's
so
what
it's
I
all right.
learned. If you teach me that, Carrie.
That's true.
I learned to deal with wood and pilot the hole.
Wow.
They didn't hear, I don't understand. Is that you
I
have
don't
trouble
think it
comprehending?
didn't sound the same coming from you, not Checking.
Right.
Now you see, you're having trouble getting it in because you didn't pass pilot hole.
Oh, okay.
I just saying, that's what I learned about woodwork 101, you know?
Correct.
Pilot the hole first.
All right.
Right.
Go
So
ahead, man.
explain what piloting the
It means
hole
that you're
is
you're
about.
drilling a guide hole almost. So you drill a smaller hole so that you could put the screw and the screw
Right.
wouldn't fall side to side, it wouldn't bend up and you know and break the wood. I think will make the wood split or break or nothing like that. What you mean? I know I learned how to I learned about the woodworking. What I doing here if I learning nothing, man?
I'm impressed by how accurate your description was.
Because you see, all they
Well,
just
look at that pilot hole. That one had a pilot
You see?
hole.
Correct.
Is that's what Imran was the man to drill the hole all the time? Alright, when you see this, Imran is the hole driller. That is what we just learned there. Imran used the man accustomed to drilling the hole. That?
Definitely.
Alright, he's the 10-minute man. Use the supervisor. I'll make you out.
I'd go more like operations manager, but supervisor.
Call it what you want. Call it what you want. They have a whole list of names they can call it.
He said.
So where are these shares available when they're finished?
What you can do is you can call 2670876, or you can go to our Facebook page, Pal Let's Build It, and you can get all the information you require. You can order whatever you would like, and we can have it made for
When
you.
you say Pal, let's build it, does that mean we're building it together like we're doing with Carrie now?
Well, it was a take on the word pallet.
But I realize
build
that.
it.
I just making sure you're
Wait,
saying
this one
Pal.
like this.
But
let's build it
exactly what
together.
we're doing here is pals are building it. So there is the play that,
Right.
encourages one the DIY.
Right.
And it encourages that
So you take it and place it
cohesive, you know.
Yeah. So, I mean, now that we locked down, do you recommend people try this at home or no? You recommend that they come to you first?
What you could do is come for the technical experience. And
So
we could tell you.
you're training people too?
Yeah, of course, this is what we do.
Also, part of what you do is teach people how to make them as well?
Yes, sir.
Ah, okay.
It's creating opportunities for youth.
Right.
So, a lot of us.
So where are you getting the pallets from?
Where?
Well,
could-
of course, I wouldn't want to release my
No,
sources.
girl, I'm gonna tell you, you can get pallets anywhere, girl.
You
Buy
can.
Any one of them grocery and them and just say, I want some pallets.
But where we get in the pallets is at
But you mightn't get all the same quality as this, You will get a variety of quality. You might get some that's a little bit older. At time I went pallet hunting, if I tell all you about it. I went down kind of grocery hunting for pallets.
You did?
Yeah.
You got?
I get plenty. We get about 3 truckload of pallet.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's just the same thing he was talking about, just like what we did with the steel pan, where we were able to upcycle it, and now it is, the newest instrument in the world.
Yeah.
We do the same thing with pallets, is that some of them are discarded, some of them are no longer available to use for whatever purposes, and people are willing to give them away. And if you get your hands on some decent ones in the mix there, you can end up with some nice furniture. My aunt just sent me a picture of a enclosure made out of pallets. I don't know if the picture loaded on my phone anymore. But it was it's a pool enclosure made out of pallets.
Okay.
A pool enclosure made out of pallets.
Papa, you
can make almost
rub
anything.
it down, smooth it down, varnish it.
I think they put
Definitely.
something
Good
inside
to
it.
go.
Yeah. But this is the finished chair here, or you still have varnish and sand?
No,
and
there is the option
Right.
that you could get it as rustic as it is.
I like how you say it.
And then there's also the other option
Have a
for
more
somebody who
finished
would
look.
like
Yeah.
a lot more smoother look.
I like
we
it.
can provide that as
So
well.
you would sand it down and varnish it and
Yes,
stuff.
we could sand it down, we could
And do
varnish
you
it.
put fillers like in between so that you get that smooth
Yes,
finish?
there we do.
Right.
Also, what we do is add certain artistic expressions, because we have artists as well.
Oh,
Actually,
You
I
know,
do know quite a bit about this because I have family members who provide furniture for courts and singers in Jamaica. So
And they
I
make
know
out of
quite
pallet?
not
Which
out of
changes
pallet,
the
but I'm
rest?
saying in terms of woodwork
say?
itself.
Right, okay.
I kind of know a
Just
little
put it
bit.
on hammer there.
I mean, you grow up with your uncle, watching your uncle. You learn something along the way without him even saying anything to you. You know?
right. How you got into this job?
Well, I am the head instructor at the Delton's Institute of Steel Drums and Music.
Right.
And there was need to, what we call it, branch off into other things in light of the COVID.
Oh, okay.
And,
So this is recent. This started when COVID started.
About a year before COVID started. And we just kind of started to get on it a lot more because a lot of our other avenues.
All right, so
Have been
let's ask
closed.
some little questions. Is there such thing as making the screw too tight, like putting it too much into the wood?
Yes, there is, because you would like the screw to hold this into this. But if you carry the screw too low down, this could end up coming out.
But
So you
wouldn't it also split the wood if you carry it down too far?
No, it wouldn't. Like in this case, this has gone down a little bit too far. But it didn't split the wood because it had a pilot hole first.
Yeah, but can it split the wood?
Yes, it can.
So how do you know how far the screw should go into the wood?
It's based on the length of the screws. So you would like to get the length of the wood, the size of this wood and the size of this. you would know what type of screws you need to use.
So, George, we're checking to see if you're lying this morning, right? Because you tell us it is assembled in 10 minutes, and we give you 10 minutes for this segment. You had 3 more minutes. It's still not finished yet.
We could actually did it faster if
Papa,
Wait.
Papa lap.
Just now, George, you saying that Carrie slowed down the process?
That is not
So
what.
why are Carrie
Did you hear me say
Why?
that? I do not.
Carrie, you see why you mustn't touch people?
Yeah.
I do not appreciate what you are insinuating there, sir.
You don't
I don't appreciate what you insinuated.
Yeah.
What did I insinuate?
You insinuated
After
that
Carrie
if you
working
had...
so hard.
Yeah, boy.
You just stand up over there sweating.
Didn't we assemble it in 10 minutes? Ladies and gentlemen. Cricket. Because we still have 3 more minutes.
No, not anymore. You're 3 minutes counting down. How much that is, Sayo? I ain't hearing this upstairs. It's still 3 minutes? Heard this your clock stop or it was 3 minutes, a minute and a half? Oh, you get overtime. It's a proper football match here.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you.
Watch now. George presented it like he could screen something here, you know. George stand up and talk.
What you need to understand, my dear sir, this is a team effort.
Yes.
And it could not have been done
without your talking.
What is she doing?
I don't know what she's doing.
I think she's knighting it.
She's knighting it. Natalie, how about you have a seat?
All right.
Come on, Inka. Come on, sit down.
I'm lighter than Carrie, so let Carrie sit.
Carrie, jump. You gotta jump over the seat into it and see what happens.
No, that would.
Well,
you see,
yeah,
I don't have insurance.
Oh, wow.
I don't have insurance.
Ladies
here.
and gentlemen, right?
Make sure you lean back. Ooh. All right. All right. Is it comfortable? Is it comfortable?
Indeed, sir. Actually,
You have any splinters on you now?
Actually, it is.
No.
The backrest, you get a little...
You have a little angle, so you know.
Gentlemen, I would like to thank you all very much for donating the new Now Morning set.
Yeah.
Definitely.
We appreciate it.
Definitely.
So we will continue to use these chairs from now on.
No, but hold on. Let me ask. You don't plan to go with 2 chairs, right?
Say that again?
You don't plan to leave with 2 chairs?
No, we don't plan to, but we have to.
You really going with them 2 chairs, sir?
Of course
Natalie,
not.
I find this stick real close to my face.
Oh, the dowel, sir.
All right, so I have music saying.
Yes, good sir.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank George and Imran representing Pallet's Build It. Thank you guys so much. This was fantastic. We're actually going to keep these shares. You can try to take them, but you're not going to get it. We'll be back with more Inside the Now Morning Show. Stay tuned. When we come back, Ayinka's going to be dealing with musical chairs.
Play musical chairs now.
She said the wood here in Trinidad, no wood could surpass. I like how it can hard and how it does last. I try Canadian cedar, it never pleased me good, but the wheat and the balata, oh, that is